Joel's untimely death seemed to be set in motion in the 6th episode of The Last of Us. He had hallucinations of his deceased daughter, a reunion with a long-lost relative, and all the bad omens that indicate impending doom on postapocalyptic television. A major revelation that reframed him in the eyes of someone who cares about him, his deteriorating mental health, and a decision made in the last minute that demonstrated that he has a good heart, despite the fact that it is hidden beneath several layers of concrete. If this were The Walking Dead, Joel would be dead. Things are done a little bit differently by The Last of Us. Yes, Joel was attempting to flee the armed criminals on campus when he was stabbed in the back with the splintered end of a baseball bat, lost a lot of blood, and fell off his horse. Yes, despite Ellie's pleas for him to move, he kept his eyes closed. Even though things seem hopeless, Joel is not dead at the end of episode 6, and he probably won't die during the first season's events. Even though Joel's situation is certain to be dire, this is almost exactly how the first game played out. Joel dies from a similar wound in the source material during a battle on campus. The fight in the game takes a bit longer and is more violent. Additionally, Joel does not kill the opponent. They both fall off a ledge instead. Joel is impaled by a rebar shaft as the man dies. Just like on the show, when Ian Ellie flees on their horse, he falls out of the saddle and stops responding. After that, Ellie is left to care for him. You've arrived at the right location. We're sorry to break the bad news, but Joel does pass away in the games, specifically in The Last of Us Part 2, if you've been wondering whether or not he dies in The Last of Us. Joel survives the first Last of Us game, but in The Last of Us 2, a character named Abby kills him. Even though we won't meet her until the second season, her storyline is present in the first, even though we don't know it. In order to save Ellie, Joel will kill her father, a firefly surgeon named Jerry, at the end of the first season. In the second season, Abby will tragically kill Joel in order to exact revenge for her father's death. I know how terrible it is. Ellie's quest for vengeance against Abby is set in motion by Joel's death in The Last of Us Part 2. Will Joel die in the first season of The Last of Us? The good news is that Joel won't die in the first season of The Last of Us. There is no reason to believe that Joel will die in any of the upcoming episodes because showrunners Neil Druckmann and Craig Mazin have confirmed that the first season will cover the first game and the second will adapt The Last of Us Part 2. You've been warned about Season 2, though. Do you find the current episodes to be depressing? Just wait until we need to say goodbye to Joel. We will at the very least be aware that Joel is still alive if he has any near-death experiences in the remaining episodes of Season 1. I appreciate your viewing. In addition, to ensure that you do not miss out on our most recent videos, if you are a new subscriber, make sure to click the